Welcome to Foundation Friday, everyone. My name is Abby Bliss White, and I wanted to welcome you to my channel. If you're returning, I'm basically a foundation junkie. And so every Friday I was going to be going through my whole stash of foundations and give you my thoughts, a little bit of a wear test, and sometimes my first impressions. So today I was going to do the Cover FX Power Play Foundation, and I am in the shade in 35. So one thing that I already loved about this foundation was the vast array of shades. There's literally something for everybody. Which really made me so happy. And I'm one of those who tends to be, in between shades, and I had to buy a couple different shades to make things work. So I was super thrilled I'm always in between like 30 and 40. So this in 35 is perfect. I'm so excited about it. So you guys, I was gonna go ahead and give you a little bit of information about the foundation and also sorry, I feel like the coloring in the projector is going in and out. I'm trying to use natural light, but I feel like it's going, maybe that's better. Okay, there we go. That's going to be better. I am going to go grab my beauty blender and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my beauty blender now. Before we jump in, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the formulation of this foundation. This is vegan, long-wearing liquid foundation that provides color-true, full coverage, sweat-proof matte finish, and a powerful pollution defense. So this guy is considered to have full coverage and matte, which is not my typical kind of foundation, and it's for combination to oily skin, which I have dry skin, but I'll show you how I use it. And basically it's free. The reason why I was intrigued by it is it's free of mineral oils, sulfates, SLS, and SLES, parabens, formaldehyde, phthalates, retinol palmitate, oxybenzone, coal tar, hydroquinone, triclosan, trichlorocarbon, and fragrance. So you guys, fragrance in cosmetics has been one of the big ones. I'm not saying that I don't from time to time use stuff that has it in it, but I have found that is a really big trigger for my rosacea. So partly my skin type is not totally suited to this, but there's a way that I can use it that I think with a little bit of play that I really have liked it. So anyways, let's dive in. Let me just show you. So one of the things with this is that I am going to be using, because this is a matte foundation, I'm going to start out and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. I've also used the Cover FX basically drops, those beautiful illuminating drops, but of course, because I was gonna film today, I couldn't find them. Obviously, we need to do a declutter. But anyways, this is when, if you want your skin to look like perfection, this guy is it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mix some of this. I actually mix them together. So just a little pea size of the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder. And you guys, I like this one because it's got a champagne base to it. And then I am going to take, and this is in 35. Oh, you know what? We got to shake it up. Now, one thing is, I will say at first I love little squeezy tubes, but this one tends to be a little bit hard. Oh, I guess not. Okay. You guys, that's a little bit too much. It's pretty high coverage. That's all right. We are going to mix these together. And you kind of need to work fast with this foundation. It starts to dry down. So I tend to just start in the center of my face. But I don't have anything on my skin except for my skincare and SPF. I just got done teaching class, have taken a shower, And I'm just gonna come down the middle of my face here, and then I'm gonna start beauty blendering it really quick. Now, I found that I really like Beauty Blender with this foundation. This one, I feel like you definitely, you can use a brush, but I think because it's sort of full coverage and drying, or it dries down pretty quick, you need to work fast. And the Beauty Blender, I feel like, does a better job. Okay, I am going to, so as you can see, I went down the center of my face, and then I am just bringing it out to the outer corners. And I want to see if you can see how much coverage this is already giving down this side of the face. So let's take a peek. And okay, you guys, this one, no foundation. And then this was just down the middle, and then I scooched it out. I'm gonna put a few more drops just in the center of the cheeks, but can you see how this just really gives you some nice coverage? I'm gonna look real quick into my own mirror here. Okay, and I'm gonna pull this. I'm just continuing just to pounce, you guys. I'm someone who's gonna pounce and get right up into that eye area. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the other side. Just a dot. And again, I'm gonna work fast. And so that is one of the tips. If you do not work fast, you're probably not going to be liking this foundation that much, because in order for it to not look heavy, you've got to pounce it into the skin pretty quickly. It dries down very quickly. Okay, let's just get this all blended in, and I'm gonna go back through in a minute and just put a little bit more through my cheeks. But again, you don't want to use too much. I mean, as you can see, the coverage, you're getting a lot of nice coverage. Now, the reason I really like this guy, and again, I have dry skin, but you don't need to powder your skin whatsoever. And again, mine's dry, but I would think that even people who have oilier skin types, I'm wondering if you do need to powder down. Okay, I'm gonna take a peek in the mirror. And you guys, does it look, I need some warmth to the skin. Now it looks kind of funny. I normally don't do my eyes first, but I was filming a tutorial on the new Tom Ford Orchid Haze. So I did that first before the skin. So anyways, looking here, can you see how it just evens out your skin? But because I used a little bit of that Charlotte Tilbury, a little bit of glow product in it, which I feel like I need. I probably don't need any more here, but I am going to go up here, and I'm gonna just put a little bit more through my cheeks. So mine is not totally matte because I used that little glow factor. And okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit more. We might as well do it up. Okay, so you guys, it feels so light on the skin, but it gives amazing coverage. I mean, right now, I think you can see the coverage. I feel like I look really white in the projector, but this is actually a really pretty good match for me. We went with neutral, or wait, no, did we? Yeah, we did 35 neutral. We were thinking about the golden, but we ended up going with the neutral because the golden one looked a little too peachy almost. Like you could really see that demarcation right on here on my chin. Okay, I am going to move back and then I will put on the rest of my face so that we can see, but I want to just show you up close. Okay, here is the coverage of the face. So it's a little tacky right now, but here's what I was going to tell you. It is going to dry down rather quickly. And again, pretty much with all of my foundations, I like to kind of push them into the skin. But doesn't this have a pretty finish? I feel like it gives you that nice coverage. I didn't think that it was like overly full. I mean, it definitely covered everything, but when I think of full coverage, I think of like, if you've ever used that Jouer full coverage foundation, like it will hide every single imperfection you have, period, in a sentence. Okay, I'm going to look to the side, show you here, and then over to the other side. And then you guys, I am gonna use, I do not have the Cover FX new concealer, but I've heard really great things about it. So I'm gonna use, if I can get it open, the new Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away. I'm just gonna use a little right under here. We'll just do a few dots just so you can actually see, you know, I feel like when you use concealer, it can change some of the, what the foundation looks like. Like especially when people use like the Sharp, what is it? The tape shape. It's so full coverage that I feel like you can't quite tell what the, you know, they put on foundation, but then they put so much of the concealer on that you don't know whether it was the concealer that made it look really good or if it was the actual foundation. So I just wanted to share that I am using, and that is in shade number 5. And again, I think they said I could be either 4 or 5, but they didn't have 4 and so in stock. So we went with 5 and I think it's fine. I'm just going to push this up, you guys, and there we go. Okay, get rid of those eye bags, and then I'm gonna come back, you guys, I am gonna go put on a little bit of bronzer, blush, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. I am not going to powder. I literally do not need to with this foundation, but I just wanted you to take a look so far and see what you think. And again, I'm just gonna use my ring finger and pat that concealer in. And okay, that is it. Let me be right back. I'm gonna go put the rest of my face on and then we can talk a little bit more about it. Okay, thanks. Okay guys, I am back. I just put on a little bit of my Westman Atelier Biscuit contour stick, some of my Superloaded highlighter from Westman Atelier, and a little bit of petal blush. Okay, so we are ready for the day, and I just wanted to show you the finish. Okay, so again, this is something that I used a little bit of a mix of the glow because I have dry skin. And if you're oily, then I think you're gonna be completely loving this foundation. I tried it alone and it's a little bit too matte, and you know, I wouldn't say that it emphasized my wrinkles or anything like that. I just tend to need a little bit more of a glow factor going on, or I prefer that in my foundations. So anyhow, I have to say it is a really great full coverage foundation. So I'm just gonna kind of look over here and give you guys the full look over here. And I'm gonna tell you, this is not a first impression. I have been wearing this guy whenever I want more coverage, and especially, I have to be honest, I had about a month ago, my skin was kind of a wreck, and this foundation, I needed more coverage. I needed something that was gonna cover up, you know, what was going on with my skin, but not give it a cakey feel, or, you know, basically I wanted something that was clean, that wasn't going to disrupt or make my skin issues worse, but also give me that coverage to help cover it up while I was kind of healing. And I have to be honest, this was my go-to. So when I'm having either, like if I'm going to something where I want more full coverage, I want that kind of flawless look, then I'm gonna wear this guy. I'm also gonna wear this when my skin is freaking out and where I need that more coverage. It is a fantastic foundation. And I think I just love the whole shade range. I think that there's something for everyone. I really think Cover FX does a great job with that, as well as, you know, they have a bunch of little mix-ins. So if I wanted to make this a little darker, I love those Cover FX drops where you can customize and mix and match your, you know, your foundation, make it a little darker, a little lighter. I think that's fantastic. I'm kind of a huge fan of this brand, and I also think that I'm intrigued by the concealer. I think that because this is for oily combination, I didn't go and get the concealer yet. I have yet to find my favorite concealer. But anyways, this is what I would say, and I will check in with you guys and show you how it wears throughout the day for me. And again, FYI, more mature skin, and you know, those kind of issues, and I am more dry. So I hope this helps, and I will check back with you in a little bit. Have a good day. Hi guys, I'm just going to pop in and give you a final check-in on the Cover FX foundation. I'm afraid that the day has sort of escaped me. I meant to do more check-ins, but you know what? I have worn this foundation for several months, or you know what? I almost want to say longer than that. Whenever it came out is when I bought it. But anyways, I have been wearing this foundation all day long, and this is what it looks like at the end of the day. You can see my natural oils are coming through, but again, that doesn't bother me. I'm gonna just come up just a little. I think overall, you guys, whoops, it is a fantastic foundation, and for a more full coverage foundation, I think that you guys would like this. So sorry about not doing all the check-ins, but again, just wanted to pop in one last time. Stop it, little dog, and give you just an all day what it looks like by the end of the day. So, okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this was helpful, and I apologize for the dog. Okay.